Welcome to Sandwiches of History. Today from Lowney's cookbook of 1908, we're going to be revisiting the anchovy sandwich. You might recall I did the anchovy sandwich a couple of weeks ago and it was, yeah. So a lot of you had ideas on what we could do differently to achieve a better outcome. And so today I'm going to try 6 of them. In order to do this, I need to make 4 different bases. So let's get cracking. The first suggestion is to soak some anchovies in milk. So we're going to do that for a little bit. The second was to rinse them in water. Okay, so let's make the regular one first, which is our 1½ anchovies, 3/4 of a yolk of a hard cooked egg. We pound that to a paste. Now we add a few grains of cayenne pepper to Parmesan cheese, and then we mix that in. Then we're to add enough cream as to make it spreadable. I don't think it's going to take much, so. Now we'll make the one with the anchovies that were rinsed in water. Egg yolks, cayenne and the cheese into the mix. Touch of cream. Next, we'll do the one with the anchovies that have been soaking in milk. Been there about 10 minutes. Egg yolk, pound. Once again, Parmesan, cayenne, pound. Cream to moisten. And our last base is using white anchovies, not the anchovies that are packed in oil in a jar. Egg yolk, pound. Cayenne, Parmesan, pound. Little cream. Okay, so 3 of these are going to use the regular recipe base. And yeah, I'm doing small sandwiches. I think you know why. And on these go a thick slice of tomato, lemon juice, pickled onions. Then the version of the base that was had the anchovies soaked in water, the version where the anchovies were soaked in milk, and the version that used white anchovies. Okay, let's give them a go. First up is the regular recipe, but with lemon juice. Still quite salty, but the lemon juice is knocking it down just a little bit, and is a nice contrasting sharpness to all the saltiness. All right, let's give the anchovy sandwich regular recipe plussed up with a thick slice of tomato a go. That works pretty well. It actually has enough sweetness and tomato flavor because it's a thicker slice that it's offsetting the salt of the anchovy. Next up, let's give the regular recipe with pickled onions a go. Same thing. The sharpness of the pickled onion is doing a nice job of offsetting the anchovy saltiness. This is pretty good. Now we're going to try the alternate bases. First up is the one where the anchovies were rinsed with water, but it's the regular recipe. Still salty. Less salty than the one I did a couple weeks ago, but still salty. Now we're going to give the one that's the regular recipe, but made with anchovies that were soaked in milk a go. Still a bit salty, but definitely milder, to the point where this is not a salt lick. It's not necessarily something I'd crave, but I would eat this. Last but not least, let's give the version that used the white anchovies as opposed to the anchovies that come in a jar a go. Much more pleasant. Much more pleasant. In fact, that's actually quite good. The salt level is nowhere near the salt level of the anchovies that come in a jar. You're getting definitely more of a fish flavor, but it works really well with the yolk and the butter and the Parmesan cheese, and that little slight kick of cayenne is nice. Wow. I gotta say, you all had some great ideas, and I'm glad you comment and let me know what you thought, because it was fun to revisit them. So for me, the one that was water soaked was still a little bit too salty. I don't think that was necessarily a solution that I would go for. Milk soaked, less salty, but still a bit salty. Not really something I'm excited about. The lemon was interesting because it was still a little salty, but it did have that bright acidic lemon flavor. So starting to get somewhere. The tomato actually worked. The tomato offset the saltiness and was pretty good. And even more so, the red onions, the pickled red onions, definitely counterbalanced the salt nicely, and it was really good. But I think my favorite is the white anchovies. Now, if you did the white anchovy version with the pickled onions, man, home run. Anyway, this is fun. Thanks for suggesting all this. Just so you know, I will finish 3 of these. I'd probably make one of them again, the white anchovy, but with the pickled red onions. All right, see you tomorrow.